Mr. Chairman. I support H.R. 4460, the Disaster Recovery Reform Act, of which I am an original co-sponsor. I want to thank you, and I also want to thank Subcommittee Chairman Barletta for working with us in a bipartisan manner. This bill is a prime example of the good policy that results when we work across the aisle. For the last several years, this committee has held numerous hearings on the importance of funding mitigation activities before disaster strikes and the need to build back stronger and smarter after disasters occur. This bill responds to what we have learned in those hearings and advances the nation's disaster policy forward. One of my top priorities on this committee has been to see that infrastructure built back should be built back more resilient after a disaster. We must stop the cycle of rebuilding disaster-damaged infrastructure to the exact same standard and condition it was in before the disaster. I'm particularly pleased that this bill will require rebuilding public infrastructure back to higher standards in a more resilient manner. For example, if City Hall floods, we should rebuild City Hall back elevated to withstand future floods. Under this bill, the Federal Emergency Management Agency will also have tools to encourage and incentivize states, tribes, and local governments to pursue better buildings at the forefront. A steady funding stream for pre-disaster mitigation activities will put the nation back on the path to being the leader in infrastructure resilience. In closing, I must once again commend Chairman Barletta for his bipartisan approach in the drafting of this legislation and for his acceptance of democratic ideas, and he truly negotiated this bill in good faith. I urge my colleagues to join me in supporting this measure, and I yield back.
I thank the gentleman and thank the gentleman for his work on this legislation. Do any of the members wish